My name is Serena Pollastri, and I'm originally from Italy, but I'm doing my PhD here in Lancaster University. So we all experience the city in a different way, and in a sense, the way we live in the city is what shapes it. So why is it that when we look at visions of future, we always normally see one story? How can we do things differently? How can the complexity and the diversity that characterize the city be replicated in visions of future that articulate these multiple voices and these multiple experiences that characterize the city? In my research, I use design as a way of bringing people together in conversations where we discuss and explore possible futures for the city in collaborative ways. And not only that, when we have these conversations, that we need to find a way of representing this multiplicity of voices. And so, I use visual design to represent these conversations and produce visions that are plural and multiple and articulate, again, this complexity, pluralities, and sometimes even the disagreements. My research is through practice. So what I do is I create things like maps and atlases, like the one that you're seeing behind me. I create illustrations and sometimes even objects, like this wearable map that I brought today. And I work with very many different people. I work with many of the other people in the project in Livable Cities, but I also work with sometimes students and writers, local communities, and other creative types. And what I do is, again, practice, so design and experience and experimenting. But then I'm also trying to understand what are some principles that are behind these visions. How can we do them? And I try to communicate them through methods and tools and so on. And you might think that looking at visions of future in a time where we are looking at global challenges, it's a bit of a waste of time. But actually, sometimes when we work in projects that are very complicated, we tend to focus on solutions and try to find ways of solving these big problems. But what I'm arguing is that taking a step back and understanding the tensions that we see in the way we look at the future and our aspirations about the future is truly a way of questioning our assumptions on what is desirable, what should be desirable, and also what roads should we take for the future.